Trading Live with O.Carboni. Good evening, traders. This video coming to you on a Tuesday night for Trading Wednesday out of Rocktober into November 2nd, 2016. Traders, as we know, and if you don't, you should know this, futures trading is extremely risky, causes substantial financial loss, and is absolutely not suitable for most of you cats who actually trade it, but it is suitable for some. You have to know that you've got to have risk capital to lose. These markets are whipping around. This is no children's game. If you don't know the risks behind this game, if you don't put stops in, if you don't know that a stop is your best friend, whether they always work all the time or not, put them in anyway, because the chances are they will. Put your stops in and hope that you don't get slammed. For you traders that understand the game, let's get moving. So what is on the board? We've got some topics. One, sidelines for Fed Day. This is second day of Fed Day. The Federal Reserve, the FOMC, Federal Open Market Committee, if you will, is having its meeting on interest rates. All of my omniacs know that I think they should have been raising rates all year long. They haven't. They're a little behind the eight ball. Will they raise rates tomorrow, a week before the election? Probably not, right? So now we have to wait another month. But the environment I have been showing you on the charts, and I've been telling you this for weeks, is the environment, in my opinion, that shows us interest rate hike is coming. The markets are certainly acting that way. So tomorrow is Fed Day number 2. The markets will go absolutely haywire after the Fed speaks. Whether they raise, whether they don't, whether they do nothing like we expect, it's still going to go berserk. Keep your powder dry. The omniacs are on the sidelines tomorrow. There'll be plenty of days to trade. You don't need to trade on a day when you're going to be unsure of direction and the movement is going to be so large that if you're wrong, you'll be walking holding your coolie going, yeah. So, let's try not to let that happen to you tomorrow. Sit tight, hang out in my chat room with me, and we'll sit pat and watch the action. Now, what is going on right now on the charts? Very interesting stuff. The Hillder-Beast formation is working! Yeah. Listen, the newly minted Hillder-Beast formation, if you will, was a series of flags that came together right around the time Hillary started getting the clinkers put on her, and boom, the market started to break. So, joking around, we've called it the Hillder-Beast formation, and I want to show that formation to you. It is working, it is valid, maybe we'll start using it. Watch gold and watch dollars very closely. I will show you a chart, and here is why. Gold sitting in a bear flag, sitting in a bear flag, sitting in a bear flag, sitting in a bear flag. One day before the Fed is going to make an announcement and the gold explodes. Really? I'm not so sure that that's a buy signal. Be careful. Dollar, exact opposite. One day before the Fed makes an announcement, the dollar falls out of a bull flag and heads down. When's the last time you heard of the dollar going down? I don't buy that nonsense either. I'm not telling you to go in and buy or sell anything. Watch the action, knowing that gold will probably top out and dump, and the dollars will probably turn around and go higher. However, we don't expect to have any positions on, so it's more of a watching than a trading environment. But we'll see where this goes. We'll certainly jump all over it tomorrow night after the smoke clears. Crude oil has been effed. You've seen the F flags, you've seen the effing. Oh my God, when you get F from an F flag, boy, that market gets effed. We'll look at that. And then there's this. As much downside as we've had in Omni has been fantastic lately, right? I mean, it doesn't always rock and roll like this, but when it does, woohoo! You gotta love it. Omni is doing really well for us. So, Omni says, OTAPMA and Auntie J to the rescue tomorrow. Listen, lately when the Fed, after a Fed meeting, this thing goes right back up. It dropped leading into a Fed meeting. And I've got my Omni Trading Academy's proprietary moving average coming into play, which I would love to show you. So traders, I've got some charts I want to show you, but I have to say something really interesting just happened in my last video, so I'll have to address it. You omniacs are the best. Now, you know how crazy my world is where I sit and do these videos. Lots of stuff goes on around me, and I find funny things happen. So, in these videos, every now and then I offer an OmniCamp, and I go, look, OmniCamp's going to be January, maybe February, fill out the OmniCamp applications, and I shoot this rhetoric at you in many of my videos, right? And in those videos, sometimes I call the highs or the lows or the move that's coming in. They're great videos. Almost nobody bothers to fill out OmniCamp applications. All right? Every now and then they do. We always have full OmniCamps, but most videos that I do don't draw 5 or 10 OmniCamp applications at once. So what do? I come walking out in front of this video with this stupid Trump wig on, and what happens? I get 50 applications for my OmniCamp. This is the guy you want to learn from, and not me. I can't even imagine how that happens, but that's okay. If you want me to wear a wig when you come to OmniCamp, what the hell, whatever. As long as I can teach you how to fish and feed your family. But anyway, that's the God's honest truth. These OmniCamp applications get filled up like crazy while I'm dressed as Donald Trump with Oscar they don't really want to learn about the markets from. You figure that one out. Anyway, if you would like to join me and Donald, January 26th or Feb 9th, I'm going to hold only one camp. It's going to be either here or here. I have spoken to several OmniCampers. I will make that decision tomorrow. But if you'd like to come join me, OmniCamp is in 2017. Jan or Feb, I'm going to hold only 5 seats open for 5 traders that would like to learn Oscar's market navigational indicators for themselves. Maybe we get Donald to sit in the back. We'll see. I'll see if I can make him be a guest speaker. With no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Okay, traders, here she is, the Hillder-Beast. We're calling 2 flags together. One bear flag was formed, which dropped us down into another bear flag, which should drop us lower. This is the chart I showed you. We called it the Hillder-Beast. This is where it was. And this is what happened. Rock and roll, right? So far, so good. The Hillder-Beast is working. Go Hillder-Beast. I can't even believe how well it's working. Let's continue on. Russell 2000 traders. Remember I showed you this chart? I said, look, it's just about to head back down under my OTAPMA. Bear flag plus OTAPMA means we're going to head lower. Here's where the Russell was in my last video when I showed it to you. And there is what happened since. I mean, rock and roll. What more could you ask for? This is beautiful analysis. Then you've got the NASDAQ and... Let's put the brakes on for a moment. NASDAQ drops through this channel, but look, it got to the Omni Trading Academy's proprietary moving average on the day before the Fed speaks. Usually, it's Auntie J to the rescue, right? We'll call her AJ. Auntie J to the rescue usually happens, and here we are at OTAPMA. I find that really interesting. Let's see what happens. We did have the horrible failures here. The market did exactly what we expected it to do. Omni helped the OmniX catch a lot of this move, including today's. But tomorrow we'll back off and see if she's going to hold right there. So those are your indices. Let's move out to the crude oil. Traders, remember I mentioned that the crude oil was getting F'd, one of my infamous Oscarism F flags, and the crude was getting F'd? Well, here's where the crude was when I announced that we were going to go short here. And this is what happened since. Again, a round of applause for both flags and technical analysis. Wonderful, wonderful. And we think there could be more coming. Even if it pulls up a little, the next down move should take us below here. So interesting there in your crude. Then you've got soy meal, another chart I put before you. And traders, I generally don't show soy meal, but I have a lot of traders that are interested in soybeans and soy meal. So I said, listen, this is not good what happened here in my last video. We came up, turned around, dropped, and got right back below the 200 bar moving average. And you'll note, if you do that, you stay below, right? You stay below. So I said, let's back off. If anything, it should come off, so don't buy it. Here's where we were when it started, and this is what happened in soy meal and soybeans so far. Again, rock and roll, right? These things I am giving you long before the event is taking place. That is good technical analysis. So now let's move forward to something else. Remember Tesla? I said, traders, failure here, back into the apex, if you will, and we're going to break down from this pennant because the apex is here. Down we should go. I gave you Tesla, and I said, that's it, slippery slope. Tesla was here when I offered this to you in my last video, and this is where it is since. Again, very slippery slope, very nice analysis, traders. The Omni is very good at what it does. So that's your Tesla, and now let's move forward because these are interesting charts. Watch your gold. Why would I tell you that? Traders, gold has been in the big bear flag. Got underneath the 200 ball moving average, got back above it, got below it, got back above it, but the whole entire time has been inside of a bear flag. It just made it back into this red channel that was existing for a long time till the bear flag formed. But it is there, and it stopped cold right here as it rallied on Tuesday. I say, why would it go any higher when you're at the top of a flag, and likelihood is the Fed is going to use some speech that will make us all recognize that a Fed rate hike is coming, probably at the next meeting, and that should knock the gold right back down, just like a bear flag is supposed to do. Don't run out and sell it. Don't run out and buy it. Observe on Fed Day. We'll figure out what to do tomorrow evening. Let's move forward now because here's another very interesting chart. Traders, the dollar index has been the mighty dollar index. Rallies, gets above a 200 ball moving average, which, as you'll note, it doesn't usually do that. And if it does, it starts to move, gets above, makes an Oscarism F flag, breaks out of the F flag, makes a bull flag, and the day before the Fed is going to speak, you fall out of the bull flag. Really? I don't think so. I think that will turn right back up. Again, we'll have no position. It won't matter. But my experience tells me that we will head right back up when Auntie J speaks tomorrow. And then a one-off, traders. Just something that amazes me every time I look at it. Wow, orange juice. Look at this crazy market. It has been on a tear. Orange juice has just been sick. And this is one of the many inflationary markets that we're starting to see start to slowly move higher. And when something like this, a bellwether, if you will, like orange juice, a staple that's in every hotel breakfast, in all of our breakfasts in the morning, when you start to see things like that moving higher with coffee and cotton, that is a sign that we are getting a little bit of inflation. So maybe, just maybe, there's more to this chart than just a beautiful chance to be long. Traders, that's what I wanted to show you. Come on down to livewithoscar.com and join me while we watch Auntie J make her announcements tomorrow. So, traders, you've seen the chart. You've got my technical argument for why I've got these topics on the board. And they're very logical technical arguments, aren't they? I mean, I do fantastic chart work, as you traders know. Those are great arguments if you are an analyst trying to show where you think markets will go. So stay with me, and we will continue to figure out, if we can, where these markets go every day at livewithoscar.com, right in my free chat room. I will meet you there. All right, traders, that's about it. I want to get back down into the office and watch the markets, even though I'm not going to trade them and you're not going to trade them. It's really interesting to see the action lately. Remember, two things. One, try to keep your emotions out of this game. And two, come fill out the OmniCamp application, because if you're not going to fill it out because I'm on TV, then fill it out. Otherwise, you're fired. Come on down to livewithoscar.com. Come join me. We'll see what happens. Donald, I love you to death. I'm just having some fun. I've been behind you since the day you started running. Anyway, livewithoscar.com. I'll see you there. Remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help keep those emotions at bay is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening. And you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.